So suffice to say
that
the dinner went well, and then under the stars, there's amazing starlight, and with the
view was amazing.
We were Fuji in the background, we were having a good time.
There was a problem though. We were running out of wood.
Yes,
and the store had closed.
I was going to say, so we ate like kings and we drank like kings. We learned from the last camping trip. We overstocked on pretty much every fucking resource we could think of.
No, food we did perfectly.
No, because we had a bunch of food left.
Yeah, we still had a bunch of food left.
I thought we ate it all.
Yeah,
I ate it while you were sleeping.
If somebody had told me, I would have ate it all. I would have done it.
Okay, it's because we ran out of coal.
Yeah,
and we ran out of firewood. In camping outside on a winter's night, we ran out of the one resource that is essential for basically human survival, which is heat.
It kind of sucked because it was like, I'm pretty sure we could still keep going.
Yeah,
but I got to about 11 p.m. and we could see that.
I remember it got to about 9 p.m. Right, I remember because it got to about 9 p.m. and we still wanted to cook some more food, but the wood just wasn't bringing enough heat to actually like cook stuff because it was just charring it and then going out, right? Because we needed coal for it, so we decided to stop cooking and just keep on drinking as you do, keep going with the liquid dinner.
Yeah.
But I remember it hit about 9 p.m. and it started getting a bit nippy. Like it started going from like a comfortable temperature to, okay, now I got to put on this winter jacket because I'm actually starting to feel this cold.
It went down to maybe around like 2-3 degrees maybe Celsius.
Yeah. And then I remember looking at the firewood, and we had somehow gone through about 70% of the firewood that we had bought previously. And I remember thinking, fuck, how much longer is this going to last us, right? Yeah. And I remember it was at that point that I think we subconsciously started to like ration it because like it got colder, but I remember the fires also started to get colder as well because we weren't putting in the wood like all willy-nilly anymore. We were like,
I noticed that like people were slowly approaching the fire pit, like closer and closer.
I was further away initially and I was like, I don't need that much. I'm fine. I'm hot. But then like got to the point where I was like, I need the fire, or I'm actually gonna like just die.
Yeah.
Like our knees were basically in the fire.
It made me realize how shitty fires are. They must have had to like literally like sleep next to it because I'm like, this shit is awful.
Yeah,
like,
probably.
The range of this fire is terrible. I mean, air is a terrible insulator, but I was like, this is terrible. I have to basically have my hands in this thing to
I can't believe nature nerfed the AOE of fire.
Oh, can they fix that patch? Can I have the range increase to fire? It was not.
Yeah, I don't know what fucking Newton was thinking. Well, what's up with that? What's up with heat transfer?
Like, we're nerfing the AOE. It's too powerful.
No, because I remember the fire was like hot enough being close to it, but then my ass was like freezing fucking cold.
Oh yeah.
So every so often, like I just have to like put my ass on top of the fire, and then like Joey was just fucking farting non-stop throughout the entire camping trip, and like every time he put his ass across the fire, I'm like, Joey, please don't fart right now. Like I held my breath, right? Because like I knew if like Joey farted, I swear to God, it would have used up the rest of the firewood that was like in the fire.
Wood just starts like
Wait, no. Okay, first of all, when you stand up for a moment, right? The chair that you'd been warming up for like 30 minutes instantly becomes cold again.
It instantly freezes.
Which sucks, which meant like you didn't want to move, but you had to pee. You had to also like just put stuff on the fire or whatever. So it was awful. And also, the one thing that happened where I was like, we're going to die, is that they try to light, I think, the fire starters with a gas fire. Remember
Yeah.
And then...
I remember that.
So they tried to light... One of the guys turned on the gas for this. It was basically like a what would you even call it?
Like a propane tank.
Blowtorch. Yeah.
Blowtorch.
I was like, well, why the fuck do we have a blowtorch? Why don't we just have like a normal lighter,
like a
or
match?
Yeah, I don't know. But we had a blowtorch, and he lit it, right? And he went to go and point it to start a fire, and the whole blowtorch just went on fire. And I was like, you might want to put that out. And the torch was catching on fire. The gas canister was right next to it. I'm like, uh-oh, fire plus can, pressure, uh-oh. And I was like, I'm getting away. What the fuck? Put it out.
Yeah, but the thing is, we were like 6 or 7 because everybody else was just kind of sitting there
because
it's on fire.
I remember that exact moment.
I backed off. I was like running away. These boys are sitting there watching, not helping at all, just watching this guy holding this gas canister on fire. And I'm like, I'm running away. And I'm like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Run!
Yeah, because like I remember my exact POV was I see it happen. Like I see him pointing it towards the fire. He presses the button and then the gas just leaks on like throughout the entire can. So the entire can is just covered. Connor goes like fight or flight mode. He's just like when that one quiet kid like reaches for his bag, you know, he's fucking half a mile down, right?
I'm not getting near this.
And like me being like 6 cans of beers in, I'm just like, ooh, fire. And then it was only after Connor's like, guys, what the fuck are you doing? We almost just died. And I'm just like, but the fire, it's so pretty.
Yeah.
He
was like holding fire.
guys
That's so cool.
These guys didn't even say anything. They literally sat there like stoners just watching this. And I was
Yeah,
like,
I literally like saw him holding this
Yeah.
can of fire, and I was just like, haha.
and the guy, like, I can't remember who was holding it.
That's the exact result. I was like, haha.
I can't remember who was holding it, but I was like, turn it off. Turn the gas
Yeah,
off.
Wayne was holding it. Our friend Wayne was holding it, and he was like, oh.
He didn't know what to do.
What should I do?
Like, turn it off. Turn it off.
That was about to be
I ran to a distance and then I was giving instructions. I was like, all right, now turn it off.
I remember you running to a distance and you're like, guys, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? And I'm just like, oh yeah, I should probably care for my life. And then I remember thinking that and I'm just like,
either run or help. You have two options.
Should be all right. Should be all right.
yeah. So don't do what we did. Connor did the correct thing and
I
panicked.
could have helped, but also I would have had to run around the fire. And I was like, I don't know how dangerous this is. My best bet would have been, how about we just leave it on the floor and then all run?
Yeah. So that happened, and I can't remember if anything else happened during the campsites.
I'm pretty sure these gas canisters have fail safes, so that even if they somehow light on fire like that, they don't.
You think
so?
That's why
You
I
think
was
so?
that's
I
why I
don't
was
know
so
though.
calm.
But also,
Yeah.
I know that you can't heat up a metal gas canister for very long before it goes boom.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And I'm sure the campsite would have loved that.
Well, we were all right. We
Yeah,
were all right.
we survived.
I don't know how we survived.
We didn't end up on r/watch people die, so don't worry. We're all good.
All it took was a few shakes and a bit of a blowing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It wasn't a big fire, but it was just like fire plus gas canister, not good.
Yeah, that could have ended very badly.
Under any other circumstance, I would have been in the same panic mode, but I kind of don't know why. I was drunk. I was drunk. Okay, I was
everyone
very
was
drunk.
shockingly calm.
Yeah,
It was like, just put it out. Just put it out.
kind of just. I remember the thought going through my mind of I should get up and run, but the seat's so comfy right now, and it's really cold outside. It was like your mum asking you to get out of bed when it's
how
like
people die.
7 a.m. It is how people die.
This is why people die at, like,
It
hotel
is how
fires.
people die. It's I was very stupid, but at the time it just felt like the right thing to do in my mind, which it wasn't. It wasn't. I was very dumb.
We could have died multiple times. This is like a double entendre, this title.
yeah, exactly.
We almost died.
Yeah.
We actually did.
Yeah.
But so then that happened, and then it got to around like what 11 p.m. when we exhausted our
11 p.m. I could have still kept going.
Yeah, me too. I wanted to keep.
yeah.
But it got to the point where my entire life I've been conditioned to think that no matter how cold it gets, I can just drink more beer and it will solve the problem. This was the one time when I was outside with a thick jacket on and drinking more beer didn't solve the problem.
Yeah.
Because I just kept getting colder, and I'm just like, what's going on? So I start trying to drink more beer, and I just kept getting colder. I'm just like, what is this?
Well, the thing with alcohol is that you don't actually get warmer. But
Yeah,
your body
yeah.
Just thinks you're
I know, you
warmer,
just think you're
right?
getting warmer. So that's just a testament to how cold it was actually getting, rather than how cold my mind was thinking it was getting.
Because at a point, I just like wanted to stop drinking the beer because I would pick it up and it would just literally be freezing
Yeah,
cold.
it was not even nice to drink because of how cold it was.
Yeah.
Because outside was so cold.
Would have been great in the summer.
Oh, in
Yeah.
the summer I would have loved it.
Oh,
It would
God,
have
Would have been amazing,
Fucking
but
brilliant.
when it's like 0 degrees outside and you're
Oh
drinking
my God.
0 degree beer, it's
It was
not that
one of the
great.
few times where you drink a beer and it gets colder the longer you drink it, right?
It was fucking awful.
like the beers would because they were in a crate, the beers would start off at a reasonable amount of coldness, and then they would get to like a reasonable coldness to like ice cool to like almost frozen.
Yeah.
Also, the thing about ice cold beers that's nice is that you're not normally drinking it in ice cold conditions.
Yeah, exactly.
So
right?
it warms up to
Yeah.
a nice temperature, and it's nice in your body. So you're like, oh, it's refreshing. But when it's just ice cold in ice cold conditions, you're like,
torture.
this feels like a bad idea. This feels
Yeah.
like a bad combination.
Yeah.
Perhaps lukewarm beer would have been there,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
hot beer. I
Hot
guess that's
beer.
why they drink hot wine in the
Yeah.
Christmas festival.
Yeah.